coins possess. While most 1979 D quarters are common, a few were struck on the wrong planchet, meaning the blank metal disc used was never supposed to be for this coin. These ultra-rare errors are the ones that fetch millions at auctions, turning ordinary pocket change into a fortune. Imagine finding one of these in your spare change. It's like winning the lottery without buying a ticket. Now, you might be wondering, how can a dirty, worn-out coin be worth so much? In the world of rare coins, condition isn't always the deciding factor. Some of the most valuable coins are those with unique errors, and the 1979 D quarter is no exception. Even if your coin is tarnished, scratched, or covered in grime, it could still be the million-dollar variant. Collectors and investors are willing to pay top dollar for these mistakes because they're so incredibly rare. In fact, one of these quarters in poor condition sold for over $1.5 million. Proof that you should never judge a coin by its surface. The Denver Mint produced millions of quarters in 1979, but only a tiny fraction were struck on the wrong planchet. Experts believe that fewer than 10 of these error coins exist today, making them some of the most sought-after treasures in numismatics. If you've ever lived in or visited Denver, or if you've inherited old coin collections, there's a chance, however small, that you might be sitting on one of these hidden gems. The thought alone is enough to send chills down your spine. Could your loose change hold the key to unimaginable wealth? Here's where it gets even more exciting. Unlike other rare coins that need to be in perfect condition to be valuable, the 1979 D error quarter is worth a fortune even in dirty, circulated condition. That means you don't need a pristine, uncirculated coin to strike it rich. A worn, battered, or even corroded quarter could be the one that changes your life forever. This is why coin experts urge everyone to check their pockets, piggy banks, and old jars of coins, because you never know where $1 million treasure might be hiding. The stories of people finding rare coins in the most unexpected places are legendary. From a construction worker discovering a 1913 Liberty nickel in a toolbox to a teenager finding a 1943 copper penny in his grandfather's attic. These life-changing moments happen more often than you think. The 1979 D Washington quarter could be the next big discovery, and it might be in your possession right now. The thrill of the hunt is what makes coin collecting so exhilarating. One small piece of metal, one incredible stroke of luck, and your entire future could be rewritten. So, how can you tell if your 1979 D quarter is the $1 million version? The key is in the weight and composition. The rare error coins were struck on a silver planchet instead of the standard copper nickel. Clat. If your quarter feels heavier or sounds different when dropped on a table, it might be the real deal. Another clue is the edge. Normal quarters have a copper stripe visible on the side, while the silver error coins do not. Of course, the best way to confirm is to have it examined by a professional coin grader. But the first step is simple. Check your coins right now. If you think this is all just hype, think again. The coin market has seen record-breaking sales for rare errors, with collectors paying insane amounts for the right piece. A 1970 D quarter with a similar error sold for over $1 million, and the 1979 D could be even more valuable due to its extreme rarity. The demand for these coins is skyrocketing, and if you own one, you could be looking at a payday beyond your wildest dreams. This isn't just a coin. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to secure generational wealth. Your heart starts racing as you remember the stories of rare coins selling for millions. Could this be the one? The truth is, most people would toss it aside without a second thought. But those who know the secret understand that this exact moment could be the turning point in their lives. The rarest 1979 D quarters, the ones struck on silver planchets, by mistake, are so scarce that even professional collectors spend decades searching for them. Just one of these coins, no matter how dirty or damaged, could command a seven-figure price at auction. The thought is staggering. A piece of history, a minting error from over 40 years ago, could be the key to unlocking wealth beyond imagination. So before you dismiss that old quarter as just spare change, take a closer look, because fortune favors the bold, and your life could change in an instant with the discovery of a single coin. The bottom line? Don't spend another quarter without checking the date and mint mark. That 1979 D Washington quarter you've been ignoring could be the ticket to a life of luxury. People have become millionaires overnight by stumbling upon rare coins, and you could be next. So, start digging through your drawers, raid your childhood piggy bank, and ask your relatives if they've held on to old coins. The fortune of a lifetime might be waiting for you in the most unexpected place. Stay alert, stay curious, and who knows, you might just find the coin that makes all your dreams come true. And thirdly, we explore a coin that looks ordinary, maybe even dirty, but secretly holds the power to change your life forever. The 1995 Washington quarter dollar with the Philadelphia P mint mark might not look like much at first glance, especially when it's tarnished or dusty from years of circulation. But don't be fooled. This seemingly insignificant coin could be your ticket to unimaginable fortune. This isn't just a piece of metal. It's a hidden gem, a sleeping treasure that's shocking collectors and investors across the globe. Some rare specimens of the 1995 P quarter have surfaced in auctions and private collections with staggering price tags, reaching into the hundreds of thousands, and in unique cases, even rumored to approach the $1 million mark. Yes, you heard that right. One dirty coin could hold life-changing wealth. What makes this coin so incredibly valuable isn't just its age or condition. It's the rare anomalies and minting errors that make it one in a million. Experts in numismatics have discovered that specific 1995 P quarters were struck using misaligned dies, double die obverse, and other extreme minting mistakes that dramatically increase their rarity and market value. These errors are not always easy to spot to the untrained eye. Sometimes, all it takes is a slight doubling on the word liberty or a misprint in the phrase, "In God we trust," to turn a 25-cent coin into a collector's dream worth a small fortune. And here's the kicker. Many of these coins are still out there, sitting in old drawers, forgotten jars, and overlooked piggy banks just waiting to be discovered. Now, you might be wondering, how can a coin in such dirty condition possibly be valuable? In the world of rare coins, condition is important, but rarity trumps all. A filthy or corroded 1995 P quarter with a unique mint error can still demand sky-high prices in today's hot collector's market. That's because what matters most is not the dirt, but the story, the flaw, the uniqueness. Coin collectors are obsessed with rare imperfections, and they're willing to pay massive sums for just the right coin with just the right mistake. Some coins that appear worthless to most people are in fact priceless to the right buyer. This coin has become the stuff of legends. Online auctions and private dealers have reported insane bidding wars over particular 1995 P quarters, especially those with confirmed errors and original mint luster. Prices have soared well into 5 and 6 figures, and when you factor in bidding competition from international buyers, prices can shoot even higher. Some experts estimate that if the right combination of error and condition is found, this coin could be worth well over $1 million. Imagine finding that in your spare change. It's not just a collector's item. It's a financial miracle waiting to happen. So why are people suddenly hunting for this coin with such feverish intensity? Because numismatics is no longer just a hobby. It's a booming investment market. With gold and silver prices fluctuating, investors are pouring money into rare coins like the 1995 P Washington quarter because of their historical significance, finite supply, and explosive market value. This isn't just a trend, it's a modern-day gold rush. And if you own one of these elusive coins, you could be sitting on a jackpot without even knowing it. Take this as your wake-up call. Don't overlook the coins in your possession. That old coin jar in your kitchen, the pile of change in your car, or that collection your grandfather left behind could contain the very coin we're talking about. It's time to get curious, get your magnifying glass, and start examining every 1995 quarter you come across, especially those with the Philadelphia P mint mark, because these are the coins with the highest chances of containing the rare errors that make collectors go wild. One quick glance could turn into a six-figure payday, and here's the most exciting part. This coin is out there in circulation right now. It's not locked away in a museum or private vault. It could be sitting in someone's wallet at this very moment. That's the thrill of coin collecting. The treasure hunt never ends. Every quarter you pick up could be the one that changes your life. Don't wait until someone else finds it and cashes in. Stay alert, be aware, And remember that the biggest opportunities sometimes come disguised as everyday objects, that it's no exaggeration to say that coins like the 1995p Washington quarter are rewriting the rules of modern-day treasure hunting. Every year, more and more stories emerge of average people stumbling upon these unassuming quarters and cashing in big. One man reportedly found a rare 1995p quarter in a bag of coins from a yard sale. Dirty, worn, but unmistakably flawed with a rare double die error, and ended up selling it for tens of thousands of dollars. These aren't myths or urban legends. These are real-life moments of fortune that prove one simple truth. You don't have to be a professional collector to find something extraordinary. All it takes is a little knowledge, a bit of luck, and the curiosity to look closer. These coins are time capsules from the US Mint, and some of them slipped through the cracks in ways that now make them worth their weight in gold. Literally, even. More thrilling is the fact that the demand for coins like the 1995p quarter is only growing. With social media and auction platforms bringing collectors and sellers together like never before, the competition to find rare quarters has intensified. Collectors are now scouring flea markets, estate sales, and even public coin exchange machines, desperate to get their hands on one of these hidden treasures. So before you spend that old quarter or toss aside a dirty coin thinking it's worthless, remember this video. The 1995p Washington quarter might just be your golden ticket, your unexpected fortune, your chance to become a millionaire overnight. These coins hold secrets. They hold stories. And most importantly, they hold value. Unimaginable value. Stick around for more videos like this, because we're just scratching the surface of the treasures hidden in plain sight. And fourthly, imagine this. You're cleaning out an old drawer, sifting through loose change, when suddenly, you spot a worn-out 1982 quarter with a tiny D mint mark. At first glance, it looks like any other coin, but what if I told you this very piece could be the key to a life-changing fortune? That's right, the 1982 D Washington quarter, especially in circulated condition, is one of the most misunderstood and potentially valuable coins in U.S. numismatic history. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll be racing to check every quarter in your house. Now, you might be wondering, what makes a simple 1982 Denver minted quarter so special? After all, millions were made, right? Here's the shocking truth. While most 1,982 quarters are indeed common, a handful of them possess a rare and mysterious error that turns them from pocket change into a treasure worth thousands, even millions, of dollars. These aren't just coins. They're time capsules of minting mistakes, and collectors are willing to pay insane amounts to get their hands on them. Let's talk about the most sought-after variety, the 1982 D No P quarter. Under normal circumstances, the Denver Mint stamps its coins with a D mint mark. But in rare cases, due to a minting error, some quarters were struck without it. These missing mint mark errors are like gold in the coin world. Even in dirty, circulated condition, a genuine 1982 D No P quarter can command astronomical prices. At auction, just last year, a heavily worn example sold for over $35,000. And that's just the beginning. But here's where it gets even crazier. Some 1982 D quarters exhibit dramatic doubling errors, where the design appears blurred or duplicated. These double die errors are incredibly rare, and when confirmed by grading services like PCGS or NGC, they can fetch 5, 6, or even 7 figures. Imagine finding a coin like that in your spare change. It's like winning the lottery without buying a ticket. Now, you might be thinking, how do I know if my 1982 D quarter is one of these rare gems? The first step is to examine it closely under good lighting. Look for missing mint marks, unusual doubling in the inscriptions, or any oddities in Washington's profile. Even if your coin is dirty or worn, these errors can still be present, and, in some cases, the wear actually adds to its authenticity, proving it's a genuine circulated rarity. The stories behind these coins are just as fascinating as their values. Some were lost in circulation for decades before being discovered in random coin rolls or inherited collections. Others were nearly spent at a grocery store before a sharp-eyed cashier or collector spotted the error. Every rare 1982 D quarter has a story, and yours could be the next one to make headlines in the numismatic world. If you're lucky enough to find one, The next step is crucial. Get it certified. Coins authenticated by top grading companies see their values skyrocket because buyers trust their legitimacy. A raw, uncertified coin might sell for a few $100s, but the same coin in a PCGS or NGC holder could be worth 10 times more. That's the power of professional verification in the coin market. Now, let's talk real numbers. While common 1982 D quarters are worth face value, the error varieties. They've sold for amounts that'll make your jaw drop. A single no-P specimen in top condition once brought over $100,000 at auction. Even in lower grades, these coins regularly sell for thousands. And if you happen to find an unknown variety, you could be looking at a once-in-a-lifetime payday. So what should you do right now? Go check every 1982 quarter you have. Look for the D mint mark or the lack of one. Inspect the lettering and date for doubling. And most importantly, don't clean them. Collectors want coins in their natural state, even if they're dirty. A simple rinse in water is fine, but never scrub or polish. You could erase thousands. In value, the excitement around the 1982 D Washington quarter isn't just hype. It's backed by real-world sales that prove its staggering value. In 2021, a collector found a heavily circulated 1982 D no-P quarter in a roll of coins from a local bank. Thinking it might be worth something, they sent it in for grading, and it came back as one of only a handful known to exist. That coin, despite its worn condition, sold at auction for nearly $50,000, turning a simple 25-cent piece into a down payment on a house. Stories like this happen more often than you'd think, and they prove that rare coins aren't just hiding in museums or wealthy estates. They're mixed in with everyday change, waiting for someone with a sharp eye to spot them. So why are collectors and investors willing to pay such insane prices for these coins? It all comes down to rarity and demand. The U.S. Mint produces billions of quarters every year, but only a tiny fraction contain errors, and even fewer survive circulation to be discovered decades later. When one of these anomalies surfaces, it becomes an instant sensation in the numismatic world, with dealers and private buyers battling to own a piece of history. The 1982 D quarter, especially with missing mint marks or doubling errors, represents one of those elusive needle in a haystack finds that could be sitting in your home right now. The question isn't if another one will be found. It's when, and the next person to uncover this hidden treasure could be you. This is your wake-up call. That jar of old coins sitting in your closet, the quarters at the bottom of your purse, even the ones your kids have been collecting, they could be hiding a fortune. The 1982 D Washington quarter is proof that treasure isn't just buried in the ground. Sometimes, it's been in your pocket all along. Don't wait another second. Start searching now, because your life could change with the flip of a coin. And if you do find something incredible, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your story. And at the end, we're diving deep into the astonishing story of the 1978 no mint mark Bicentennial Washington quarter-dollar coin. Yes, you heard that right. This coin, seemingly common and forgotten, holds the potential to skyrocket you into millionaire or even billionaire territory overnight. It's not just a coin. It's a time capsule of American history with secrets worth millions hidden beneath its surface. So don't blink, because you might be sitting on a gold mine you never knew existed. Now let's set the record straight. While most people believe that bicentennial coins only came out in 1976, there's a mysterious category of 1978 quarters that are sparking excitement across the coin collecting world. These coins, often found without a mint mark and in grimy, worn condition, are being discovered with extremely rare striking errors, metal composition anomalies, and off-center designs. These subtle but powerful details are what transform a regular coin into a one-of-a-kind collectible worth millions. That dirty old quarter you're holding? It could be a minting mistake wrapped in historical value, something so rare that collectors are fighting tooth and nail to get their hands on it. What makes this particular 1978 quarter even more baffling is that it defies normal production logic. Typically, quarters minted in Philadelphia during this time bore no mint mark, and most were dismissed as ordinary change. But under rare circumstances, some coins were accidentally struck using leftover bicentennial dies or planchets meant for silver sets. These unintentional hybrids created coins with impossible combinations, like a 1978 quarter featuring elements of the 1776 to 1976 Bicentennial design or struck on a 40% silver planchet. And here's where it gets exciting. Only a handful are believed to exist. That level of rarity sends collectors into a frenzy and auction prices soaring into seven figures. Imagine this. You walk into a coin dealer with a dull, dirt-covered quarter. At first glance, it looks worthless. But then, under a magnifying glass, they notice the odd weight, strange toning, or mismatched die features. Suddenly, that pocket change becomes a headline-making discovery. That's the magic of rare coins, specifically this 1978 no-mint mark Bicentennial anomaly. One such coin, reported by a private collector, sold at auction for over $1.2 million due to its rare double strike error and bicentennial reverse mistakenly paired with a 1978 obverse. These are freak occurrences, but when they happen, they unlock unimaginable wealth. Collectors today are scouring estate sales, garage finds, and even Coinstar rejects, hoping to discover the next millionaire coin. The thrill lies not in buying new coins, but uncovering hidden gems from everyday circulation. And because these coins are so unexpected, even coins in poor or dirty condition can be worth a fortune. In fact, grime and age can act like camouflage, preserving valuable details from being noticed until a lucky collector stumbles upon them. If you've dismissed your old coins because of their appearance, it's time to take a second look. Dirt might just be disguising destiny. What's truly mind-blowing is the potential for error combinations, double die obverse, broad strikes, clipped planchets, transitional metal flaws, and more. A single coin with just one of these features can fetch tens of thousands of dollars, but stack two or three together, and you're suddenly staring down $1 million payday. It's this layering of anomalies that makes the 1978 Bicentennial-style quarter so insanely valuable. And since most people never bother to inspect their change, the number of these coins still hiding in plain sight is potentially staggering. So, why is this important now more than ever? Because numismatic interest is exploding and values are climbing higher every year. With the rise of online marketplaces and digital auction houses, collectors from around the world are competing 24/7 to acquire rare American coinage. The demand for rare errors and off-metal coins has never been stronger. This growing frenzy means that the longer you wait to check your collection, the higher the odds someone else cashes in on a coin you could have had sitting in your couch cushions. And let's not forget the emotional thrill, the sheer shock and disbelief when a coin you thought was junk turns out to be the rarest in a generation. It's not just about money. It's about history, discovery, and being part of something much bigger than yourself. When you hold one of these rare coins in your hand, you're not just holding metal. You're holding the key to an alternate future, one where your financial life takes a radical turn, forever altered by a lucky find. And here's the final twist that makes this coin even more electrifying. Some of the most valuable 1978 no-mint mark Bicentennial-style quarters have gone unnoticed for decades because they blend in so perfectly with everyday pocket change. These hidden treasures aren't showcased in velvet boxes or sitting in museums. They're buried deep in old drawers, forgotten piggy banks, inherited coin jars, and flea market bins. Their value lies not just in the metal, but in their story, coins that slipped through the cracks of quality control, minted during a time of transition, and accidentally stamped with designs that shouldn't exist. It's a numismatic paradox, a historical accident, and a collector's dream all wrapped into one. The moment one of these ultra-rare coins surfaces, it sends shockwaves through the coin world, making headlines and fetching astronomical prices. And who knows? The next one could be hiding in your house right now. So dig deep, search thoroughly. And remember, every coin has a story, but some have a fortune written on them. So, before you toss that old 1978 quarter aside, think again. Check for weight differences, unusual features, and anything resembling bicentennial design elements. And don't let dirt fool you. Sometimes, the rarest treasures were the dirtiest coats. If you've ever dreamed of turning spare change into a life of luxury, that dream might be closer than you think. Stick around as we reveal more coins like this that could unlock your fortune, because your next dollar might just be a dirty quarter worth millions.